Yeah, of course I am odd. I'm very proud to be odd. It's what I want to be. But it's odd only in the sense that it's not striving to be like everybody else. If that's odd, then let's all be odd. Let's be unique. Oddity and uniqueness are brothers. Yeah, I'm odd. That's where the poetry comes from. Shall I read this poem? Let me find it. Unique. Clouds spill in from the west, ahead of that promised cold front, driven by a rough, temperamental breeze. Their shapes have never existed before, will never exist again, yet everyone, everywhere, recognizes them for what they are, clouds. This is what unique means. The word has less to do with difference, whatever people may say, than with something we have always known to be true, a qualified, modulated likeness. The whole world as uniquely various as fingerprints, as DNA, as zebra stripes, as clouds. Yeah, uniqueness. There's no such thing as another cloud. And yet, of course there is. Every cloud is different. I love the fact that you can be the same, recognizably the same, and yet entirely different, entirely yourself. That's what real uniqueness is. And every person has it, every animal has it, every plant has it, every cloud has it. What saddens me, though, is that most people don't even see it. There are too many other things in their lives to occupy them. And very often they are things to do with business or with stresses of life, making a living, looking after a family, all of these things, which are important, of course. But if that blinds you to a magic that is every day, all around you, then there's something sad about that. I think we need to remind ourselves that so much is happening, and we are part of that magic. You asked who I am. That is who I am. I am magic. You are magic because we are part of a magic that may not be definable, but is unmistakably there. It's not waving a wand and pulling a rabbit out of a hat. What is magic for me is... It's so hard to say, but it's the feeling that my own heartbeat, my own breathing is as a response to and in parallel with a heartbeat and a breath that is already out there. When you're absorbed in magic and you recognize it as you as well, you're not just looking at it, you're not just seeing it over there, but you're becoming aware that you are part of it and it is part of you. That's true magic. It's special, instinctive, natural magic. That's what real magic is. I grew up in a very urban, harsh, working class area outside Liverpool in the 1950s and 60s. And it was not a very pleasant place to be, because although it was surrounded by countryside, it was quickly disappearing under concrete, under roads. And I was aware even then, although I probably couldn't have articulated it, that I had to value this while it was still here. And the things that really did grow to dominate my life were the natural things. But because it was a rough urban area, it was not something that you were encouraged to tell your friends about. You were more supposed to be playing football, swearing a lot, fighting, doing all the things that I didn't do, I wasn't very good at. So I learned very quickly to keep quiet and to internalize it. Because as a young person, I wanted to fit in. Everybody wants to fit in and be like everybody else. Peer pressure is a very powerful thing. Years went by, and eventually I began to realize that what I had dismissed as unimportant was probably the most important thing in my life. I suddenly began to realize that this is what I am. We are part of the natural world. There's a difference between loneliness and aloneness. And sometimes I want to be alone. I long to be alone. Alone away from other human beings. But that is not alone in the sense that there's no life around you. You're going out into your family. You're going out into a soup of life. It's something that almost always, no, let's forget the word almost, always revives me. No question about that. Because there is everything there that inspires me, everything that is breathing along with me. And I feel welcomed when I go out there. Rivers, streams coming down the mountain, Fynbos with birds twittering in it, little blue-headed lizards that greet me and wave and do all that. I'm not alone. Of course I'm not alone. It's something that is special. It's special. So let me be alone like that. I'm not lonely. Seasons are important because they're inevitable. They are what life is. If we can admire and be part of and be within the seasons, then it seems to me that the seasons inspire in the sense that they breathe into us what they are and remind us of what we are. But it's the change, it's the variety. All of those things are what reflect us. To know love, you have to know its opposite. To know ecstasy, you have to know despair. my struggles, compared to the struggles of others, are probably laughably small. But yes, I've known, for example, what it's like to be without, to have no money. I've known bereavement, I've known upset, I've known betrayal. And knowing that those days will pass, recognizing that you can live with them and come out the other side, is an important part of knowing who you are. It's one of the reasons that growing older is helpful, because generally speaking, you have a life behind you, and if it's been a full life, or even a semi-full life, you've known some of these downtimes, so that when the good times come, you know how to accept them, you know how to live with them, you know how to feel in love with them. Without that, what's life for? Autumn is this slowing down toward winter's halt. Leaves shed, days short, a rest and recovery without which there will be no spring, no new growing. Observe, I am this garden, semi-deciduous, a once fresh image rotting to the old cliché. No decay, no compost, no death, no life, no now, no tomorrow, no soon. I'm aware that it's autumn for me, as of course autumn has to come to everyone. But I don't feel that that's necessarily a bad thing. Autumn is the necessary compost for the rest of life. I'm a grandfather now, and I'm aware that what we leave for our grandchildren is absolutely essential to the quality of the life and the length of the life that they will have. So we have a responsibility to make sure that they have an awareness of the possibilities of their life. The most important possibilities are those that say, let's look after this earth that we're on, because it's the only one we have. I'm grateful for being alive, because the chances of it are infinitesimally small. But I'm here, and while I'm here, enjoy it. Do your best within it, and recognize the magic of it. Magic, magic, magic. I'm part of magic. What more could I ask for?
Thanks to all of you who helped make this film possible. All of our films are totally crowdfunded. So if you'd like to continue to support us on our journey, check out our Green Renaissance page on Patreon.